I wanted to do like a different style type of video. I feel like in a lot of my other videos, I'm too rigid or too like standoffish in front of the camera, and that's just like something like I always wanted to work on. So I'm just gonna try to act like very per social, like me and your best friends. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, hi, my name is Adrian. If you never met me before, never seen me before, I like to talk. I like to yap. I like to do a lot of random things. I have a lot of accumulation of thoughts inside of my noggin. That's kind of like my whole shtick. Um, yeah, since the last episode of my life that you've seen, I don't even remember what happened. Um, hmm. So we had the ECE video. Thank you so much. That actually did really good. I tried. It's my first time doing like Photoshop and all that. I don't really touch it too much, but I tried just a little bit. Um, and then I also had the Bloom thumbnail. I tried really hard on that. You know, I was going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Um, what was that about? Man, this is gonna be like a really sucky video, but I really want to just post stuff, and I want to continue to grow my personal brand. I really just want to be very authentic in who I am. I mean, not that the other stuff that I haven't posted isn't authentic, but I think it's a part of me. I think I portray a portion of my brain, but not necessarily like my actual personality. I think that's like more so what people actually like me for. So I was like, I might as well actually try to implement that. Um, I don't exactly remember what we were last talking about, but what I'm gonna talk about today is, man, life. I do this every time. I literally was just yapping about it a few minutes ago, but it's just true. It's so relevant. All of us all live the same one life. We all go through the same one experiences, trying to figure out like our rights and wrongs and how to proceed with our moral compasses that we get growing up. So, yeah, I mean, I've done a lot of thinking. I've traveled to DC, maybe. Yeah, I've traveled to DC in the time I've been away. I have, man, my car broke down. I had to get a new car. I've been working throughout the summer, getting ready for my second year here at UT. That is crazy. To me, I never thought I would have. Nah, like, I mentioned this in the other videos, but I always envision myself getting to this point, but I guess like I never would have expected it to look like this. I guess nobody really does. But yeah, this is it's crazy. Um yeah, man. I'm like staring into the sunset right now. It looks so beautiful, but like genuinely. I think like in the time I've been away too, I was definitely like on my entrepreneur stuff, trying to figure out like how to create my own business and be in relations with business people. And through that, it made me think a lot about my why. What is my why for what? Like, why do I keep striving to be successful? Why do I wake up every day? It's something that I had always like thought of surface levelly, but never like distinctively, like on a deeper level. And through them asking me those questions, it really made me wonder like, hey, like maybe that should be step one before I even start to fathom to create something for myself and be myself as a person, as an individual. I need to find what my purpose and what my why is for why I want to succeed in life. And I think I'm getting very close, but I I don't think I'm there just yet. Um yeah, to go into a little depth, I guess you could say. Um I had a think like one of the first few videos I ever posted on here, I talked about my life a lot, and I'm gonna reiterate some of the stuff that was said in there. But basically, like throughout my life, I always kind of had like a small family. It was always like a quartet. Basically, it was me, my mom, my older sister, and me. I mean, me, my dad, my sister, and then me. But in actuality, like I guess in total, the real close people in my life is six. But either way, all you have to know that's really small for any family. And I always envision myself having a big family and having people that I can look forward to seeing, like going to like the carne asadas, I want to go to like the cookouts, I never had that, but I wanted to create that for myself. And I think that's part of my why. Uh, Basically, I want to create the family that I never had, in that sense, that's part of my why. And not only that, but I was very fortunate enough to grow up in a very good environment compared to my parents. But I want to do even better. I want to be even better for my own children, and not only for my children, but for my children's children's children. I want to be successful because I want to create generational wealth, and I want to do that by helping as many people as possible, thus growing my family and making a big family. Thus, I can help everybody, at least everybody in my small circle, you know, and that's part of my why. I don't think it's set in stone, I don't think it's concrete, but that's just like what I imagine it is, and that's probably what it's gonna be for a while. But the fact that I even have something to keep on and strive on, like it makes me feel more empowered. Whereas before, I didn't feel motivated at times to wake up, but every day nowadays, I think about that question again. I ask, what is my why? And I get up out of bed again. I say, okay, like this is what you're striving for. This is what you need to do. But yeah, like man, talking with those people, being in those rooms, being in those chats, it makes you feel like so motivated, I realized too, like it's always something that I've always like thought of, but I never really like put like a major emphasis on it. But it really is like whoever the closest people are to you, those are those mannerisms that they have, those values, those morals that you keep around yourself, you will most likely have them. Like what I mean by that is the closest like six people to you, whatever they themselves are and like their personality and the way of their being, you will probably mimic them subconsciously, And if those people aren't to any like value to you in a sense, or you think of them as people that you can't learn and grow with, then maybe you should reiterate with who you should hang around, I've been very fortunate throughout my life to be um, around people that are very motivated and are very like cool and educated people, like, and I think that's part of the reason why I've been so successful throughout my life, even though like I haven't generally created something of myself to even get to the point where I'm a UT student, I'm UT educated, or being UT educated. It's I can't express my gratitude more than I already do. I try to extend my hand in any type of way to thank the people that have been along my way, whether good or bad, because all of those circumstances make up what I am today. And that's something I'm so proud of because, I want to be proud of who I am today and then proud of who the person I want to become. My ghetto is coming out, but I'm just trying to be my authentic self. That's also something that um, was like a major emphasis uh, inputted onto me, was like I genuinely truly have to be my authentic self, and only through being authentic and showing my true relations and my true intentions with people will they start to trust me. And not only that, but they will introduce me to the people that they love, you know, and that they cherish and that they think that you I could learn from, you know. And that's something that I found in business is very important, you know, being all very authentic to who you are and being someone that's trustworthy, you know. And that's part of the reason why like I wanted to do like this YouTube stuff is it's more so for one, I wanted to grow something for myself, but also two, it is to clear my mind, to reset myself whenever I have questions or whenever I feel like I'm down. And even when I feel good, you know, I feel great right now. I feel amazing. Like, you know, it's really all a mindset thing. I used to think very negatively about life in general and just super negative in every type of way. Just a very pessimistic person. But I think it's also too like my mom growing up was a very worrisome, pessimistic person. So I think I just like took on those bad habits in a sense. You know, I love my mom to death, you know, God bless her soul. I mean, she's still alive. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying like um I think a lot of the mannerisms that she had, I definitely stuck on to growing up, and it's kind of what gave me that like chispa, like that grit to want to keep going and keep uh, keep striving to get a new heights and be better. You know, it's just like something like I'm forever grateful for too. But I'm kind of yapping, but basically what I meant about the whole mindset thing was nowadays I don't take anything for granted, and I really I try to see, you know, because it's a constant battle, but I try to see everything at face value, you know, no matter good or bad. I take it for what it is, and I try to just be a better version of myself every day. I mean, I feel like everybody preaches that, but to instill it into your mind is a completely different thing, you know. Until you yourself practice it, it's very difficult, you know. Um, yeah, man, like striving to be a good person, that's like such a big thing. And through a lot of like stoicism and just a lot of like what's it called, psychology, or not psychology, um philosophy. A lot of philosophy just speaks about like being a good man, and even in like the I would say the major religions nowadays all talk about being a good man, but it's true because at the end of the day, like we as humans have only gotten this far by helping each other and being together and unifying ourselves, you know? We've created so much and have done so much because of unity. And I think that's how it's going to be. I mean, obviously, in some sense, bad things do kind of need to happen. Otherwise, there would be no change. But we should let those bad things be bad things for different reasons, and not because we hate each other for the way that we dress or the way that we look, you know? Uh, Moral standards and things like that, sure. But a lot of the racism and the stereotypes that go around, it's just too much nowadays, you know? Just suck it up, you know? At the end of the day, we're all people. We all have the same vital organs. Some of us don't. But what I mean is just we're all have one conscious, and this is the only life that we have to live. So let's not take it for granted. That's all about I wanted to yap about. Hopefully you got something out of this. I hope that you enjoy this style better. I just wanted to be more carefree, charismatic. You know, I want you to kind of like me a little bit. If you don't like fuck with me either, that's fine too. Anyways, I appreciate you for watching. Um, I'll probably record one of these soon, hopefully.